Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams. Built for you. Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Really nice way to start off our Angus female show here. Class of 5 here. Some differences in terms of type and kind between our top 3 and bottom 2, but I think all 5 of these cats are useful quality down 5. Our top 2, we've got a little bit of an age difference here. We in the march to my left, so the size me to find the one that's got the least amount of faults, and that'll be our right. The younger heifer in the class really ties a lot of things together. But where she excels is right in there. She's leveler down her top line. She's more open. One projects a bit safer bet later on in her life. Our second heifer next is one of her profile. She's up-headed. She's long neck. She's long look that you get. There is we can fix that. She runs away with very similar in type of kind, bigger outline type of heifer, sided, big than a real sound and flexible on you get, but maybe just doesn't have that extra power and look to go any higher in this class. Our next 2 heifers fairly similar in their type and kind. But as a young lady heifer, I think she brings just a bit more power to the table when you study these 2. That's a bit. These heifers, they're sound, they're correct, they're functional, just don't have that look and eye appeal to move any higher in this class today. Let's give all these exhibitors a nice applause.
And our first class of junior heifer calves in first is Jenna Wagner with JLF Sandy 5024. In second place is Jenna Wagner with JLF Sandy 5113. Third place, Jenna Wagner with JLF Phyllis 5213. In fourth is Lady Werdeman with Weibo LRW Designer Mercedes. And in fifth, Lainey Werdeman with Weibo LRW Black Cap 5096.
This class, study this one on the side, just balance it.
And that was Jenna Wagner with JLF Lady 5282. And we'll bring in our junior heifer calf drive.
exceptional quality here in our with the gentleman behind. I think we've got a set here, and I really don't think there's a wrong way to go. Our April heifer that came out of that first class, our fault, especially in there behind her shoulder. She's really broad and opened up and round in her forerib, straight and level in her top line. Shows a little more muscle, big body type of female, and not when you view her from the side, but she's got just an indicator of just a really nice cow later in class. A bigger outline, longer sided, a heifer that has a shot more maturity, obviously, than the heifer that wins our first class. But at the same time, this one, the longer she stands there, maybe gets a little bit piecey in terms of getting a little weak there in her forerib, a little bit rounder from hooks to pins, but two very nice ones. Let's give this exhibitors a nice round and pick your champion.
Champion junior heifer calf goes to Jenna Wagner with JLF Sandy 5024 and reserve 5282. Congratulations.
Can't wait any longer. Need your home to open new doors. Need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
In the ring now, we've got our champion drive for the intermediate heifer division. We had two single entries, one from Kenzie Carter Groney.
This class of two is also a division, so I won't place these, and after talking to them, I'll go out and pick your champion reserve in this division. But our young lady to my right is showing an August heifer, so she's got quite a bit younger heifer than the May heifer that's right behind her. I think when you study this one as an individual, you really like her length of body, her round rib cage that she has, and I think she excels in terms of her flexibility, her soundness, structural integrity is on point. She's got some slope to her shoulder. She's got some flexibility on both ends at the ground. I think just a really nice, complete one. A heifer that comes in next, our older heifer, the Mayborn, to my left is one that she's got more muscle shape and expression down her top and out of her. To see this one track. Two really nice heifers. Let's get both these exhibitors your chance to reserve in this division.
And your champion intermediate heifer goes to Kenzie Adelman with KCH Lily Perfection. Reserve is Carter Groney with Stone Creek Phyllis 4084.
Batteries are maybe going dead, so let me switch these out and I'll give
all the way from top to bottom. Differences in different types of cattle. There's some placings here that you can kind of swap around to however you see it fit, but in the way that I landed. But our top two heifers, I think, in terms of just eye appeal and balance, kind of separate themselves away from the group. These top three heifers, the subtle things and motion, and I think our class winner to my right is one that handles both ends of her skeleton better, especially works her pasturing with more flexibility. Silhouette that you're looking for. She's strong in her top line. She's level from hooks to pins. So she gets a little bit weak in her loin. Tailhead comes up with. The heifer was going to be our class winner, just in terms of overall body dimension. You get in behind her, the arch and turn to her rib cage. She's deep as well. She's adequate in her muscle, adequate in her bone. She's got a lot of good going on. She doesn't handle both ends of her skeleton quite as flexible and comfortable as I'd like to see her. Our heifer coming in 3 is a big, stout, powerful heifer, and she doesn't have that hair coat that our top 2 have, and that's not a disadvantage. I like this type of cattle. She's long, she's middle framed, she's opened up in her skeleton. You get pulled back in behind her and she's pulled apart. She's wide. She's got muscle shape and turned down her top and expression in her hind quarter. Just a really nice, powerful one. But in terms of balance, softness through the center portion of her body, she gives that up compared to the 2 heifers right above her. But I think a real high quality one here in 3rd. Heifer coming in 4, a bit more moderate compared to the class. One that's opened up with a ton of muscle shape, rib shape, muscle, power. She's got all of that. She's got balance and eye appeal standing still, but when you set this one in motion, she's too straight on both ends. She needs to be have more balance and angle to her shoulder, flexibility off both ends to move any higher. Young lady's heifer coming next. I like this one from the side quite a bit. She paints a really nice picture. Balance is really good. She's got the right amount of length of body to go with her front 3rd. I think when you study her from the side, she's adequate in her muscle shape, she's adequate in her body depth, but you get in behind her, she just needs to be more pulled apart and give us a bit more width to move any higher. Young lady's heifer coming. She's wide, she's shapy, she's got some rib shape, but when you study her from the side, she's just you see a bit more length and extension up there, a bit more. Really nice, powerful one there as well. Young man's heifer coming next is another one that's really nice from the profile. Getting behind her, needs to be stouter, have more shape. Young lady's heifer at the end is one that's got some body shape, got some power. She's not as elegant when you start to study this one on the move. I'd like to see her a bit more flexible on both ends of her skeleton. Let's give all those exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Really nice class of April heifers. In 1st, we've got Sadie Jordan with J-Cat Blackbird 405. In 2nd, Paisley Cundy with Vantage Lady V430. In 3rd, Caleb Booth with KLB Miss Queen M160. In 4th is Chesney Cundy with T3 Lady Bell 407. In 5th is Clacy Groney with JPV Miss Betty. 6th was Aspen Hamilton with Miss Ego 70M. 7th is Mr. Clayton Bartz with JLF Queen Lexi 4104. And to round us out, Peyton Teton, Lazy JB Northern Miss 492.
plenty of power here in this class, and I think one that you study her from the side. She's got the look, she's got the moderation of frame, she's got the depth of body, and getting behind her, she's definitely got enough width to her body. She's got some muscle shape and power. She's fairly flexible when you get out and go. Just a really nice single entry. Let's give this young lady a nice round of applause.
And that was Brianna Hollingsworth, PVF MCC Missy 101. Congratulations.
Interesting class to sort through here, just 3 head, but I think we've got 3 cattle that are very different in their type and kind, and all 3 of them bring a lot of goods to the table in terms of big, stout, powerful ones, in terms of being a bit more moderate, still being long-bodied and functional. We've got it all in here. There's not really a wrong kind. My preference in here, I'm going to go ahead big. I think one balance very well from the paints that picture that I'd like to see, and just her silhouette, balance and eye appeal is just right on. He comes up high out of the top side of her shoulder into an extended neck, into her nice feminine head. You study her through the center. She's got more than enough depth to get in behind her. She's got arch and turn to her rib cage, adequate to her muscle, plenty of bone and fun under her. You ask her to get out and go, and she can do it with some flexibility and ease. We got another powerful one here in second, too. One that might be a shot wider constructed when you get in behind him. Maybe just a bit stouter in terms of muscle shape and power. But with that added muscle, she gets a little bit coarser up through her shoulder, gets a little bit piecey, just doesn't balance up quite as well as the heifer that's right above her. A nice moderately framed heifer, and I'm talking in frame size, a bit lower to the ground. But with that moderation, she doesn't lose the length of body that we need to have. If you sound, functional type of cattle, I appreciate her. 3 heifers in this class. Let's give exhibitors a nice round of applause.
And in our class of February's, first goes to Elizabeth Jordan with Bullerman Blackbird 4080. Second goes to Brianna Hollingsworth with JS Dandy Candy 2405. 75M.
I think it's fairly obvious to see that we've got differences here in kind, and I'm not going to say they're differences in quality because it's pretty hard to compare these two type of cattle because they're not the same. Go ahead and use the one that's the big, stout, long-bodied one that balances up a bit better with the young lady to my right. I think she just offers us more performance and growth, and I'm a sucker for a bigger cow, and that rib cage, adequate in muscle, can get out and go. Just a really nice, high-quality one here that wins our class. Young lady's heifer that comes second comes out of a different set of eggs. One that's maybe a bit more carcass-oriented, one that's just a bit different in her style. But when you study this one as an individual, she's moderate in her frame, she's long-sided, she's got some rib shape, she's got some muscle, just doesn't have that balance and eye appeal to get around her. Two nice, very different individuals. Let's give both those exhibitors a nice hand.
And in our January class, first place goes to Gabriella Jordan. Second place goes to Peyton Teaton. Good job, girls.
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Very competitive division here out in front of us. Our first and seconds here all bring something to the table. I think they're fairly similar in their type and kind. What ends up back out here in this division, very, very good from our first class here all the way through. I'm not going to talk everyone in this division again, but let's give all these exhibitors a nice hand. We'll go out and pick your champion in reserve.
And your champion junior yearling heifer goes to Gabriella Jordan with Vantage Lady Diamond V410. And reserve goes to A-Cat Blackbird 405. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, they were. Very good. Have those all been Wyoming heifers so far? No, just what's it on the nose, yeah. Okay, let's turn her. Slide loose.
And your champion senior yearling heifer is Hadley Cooper with Lakeview Barbara 2317. And our Supreme Heifer Drive is going to take place immediately following our Angus Heifer Show, or our Angus Cattle Show. We've got some bulls, some cow-calf pairs, and a Futurity yet, and a steer show yet. But as soon as this is wrapped up, we're going to have the Supreme Heifer Drive.
And then in our third division, a big, stout, powerful female in terms of cow power, yet still having balance and eye appeal. I think this one kind of puts a lot of things together that way. She's really bold and wide constructed, yet she's feminine about her head and neck, big barreled, adequate in her muscle, can get out and go again. The oldest heifer out here is one that's a bit more moderate. She's middle frame, she's bold, she's stout. I think she's ideal in condition. She's got the right amount of good things going on. She's fairly fault free. Maybe doesn't stand out in terms of balance and eye appeal compared to a couple, but in terms of just moderation, true power, and shape, I think that one's right on. Four real division winners. A few of the reserve divisions are awful nice for the day after this, and you don't have to anymore. I sure appreciate the hospitality that I've had here today, and thank the Wyoming State Fair for inviting me in to come and judge today as well. Let's give all these exhibitors a nice hand.
And your champion, Open Angus Female, goes to Gabriella Jordan with Vantage Lady Diamond V410. And your reserve champion is Hadley Cooper with Lakeview Barbara 2317. Congratulations, guys. That was quite the drive. And a quick correction for our Supreme Female Drive. It's going to take place an hour following our Angus show today.
Just a single entry here in our cow-calf, and I think a female ideal in my opinion in terms of moderation, yet she's still long-sided, really extended up through the front third of her body, balances up really nice. At the ground, she's fairly good in her hoof. Is nice, teat size is good, placement's real nice. I just think really nice complete female there. Her bull calf's definitely a big stout one. Offers us some extension, some muscle shape, some flexibility when he gets out and goes. I think a real there. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause.
And your champion is Peyton Teaton with Thelma. Congratulations. We're gonna take a break before our Futurity. We've got a showman over in the sheep ring, and she just arrived. I just found out, so we're gonna get going with the Futurity right now.
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
So this is the class of our Angus Futurity show. Our judge today is Miss Sage Ward from Laramie, Wyoming. Her and her family own and operate Ward Livestock, a registered Hereford and Simmental operation focusing on the production of high-altitude performing cattle for their annual sale. She attended Butler Community College, where she was on the livestock judging team, then transferred to Texas A&M, where she was a member of the Reserve National Champion team. She now attends the University of Wyoming, where she is working on her master's degree and serving as the assistant livestock judging coach. Thank you, Sage, for coming out today.
These heifers were all purchased in the Wyoming Angus Association female sale. We'll be having our 15th annual this December, be hosted by Angus Live, and it'll be December 18th. We'll be having a quick meeting as an association after the show across from us, and anybody who's interested in consigning or wanting more information about that, please come over and reach out to us, and we'll get that to you. Today's winners, first place, we will be paying $1,500. They also will be getting a belt buckle. This is all sponsored by the association. Each year, the purchasers of the cattle and the breeders all split the entry fee into this, and the association adds money to try to make it, worth it and something kind of fun. Rustin and I are trying to start that with the Hereford Association, and we had one come back today. Hopefully we can expand on that, get it to a point where maybe we could bring in the top Hereford and the top Angus and get some bragging rights. But want to thank all of the consigners that continually do this year after year, and also the kids that continue to come back and make this thing go. It's pretty fun, and I hope that we can keep it going, because we have a really good generation of young kids coming up.
Well, I'll go ahead and start over. 3 very nice individuals that the exhibitors brought to us. With there only being 3, and I'll have to go pick a champion in reserve, I'll just go ahead and talk all 3 of them in no particular order. The young man up front, one that comes with the kind of body and cow power that we're looking for. Very good turn to her rib. She's pried open and stout from behind. If I was going to change her, she probably needs to be a shot more attractive in the use and flex of her hock. She comes with a little bit of extra set there, and then on top of that, I wish that we could relax her shoulder angle ever so slightly. But a very nice project. The young man's done a nice job with her. The young lady in second kind of corrects all of the areas that the young man up front kind of needs help. She is more relaxed in the angle of her shoulder. She gets out of her rear leg a shot better, and she's better out of her hip. I really like that one from the side. She's very feminine and attractive. The sweep to her rear rib and flank is very long. Unfortunately, you get to the 3/4 view on that one. She's a shot frailer at the surface. Flat. Very nice one for her. The young lady in the back.
Have an athletic.
And management of the one up front, one that's better about her body shape. She also is very stout. She's big at the ground. Again, a little bit of her leg with more authority and a little bit more coordinated. And I also wish that we could lay her back in terms of her shoulder, maybe deepen her up about her heart, but a very nice one for her. I'll go ahead and select your champion, reserve, and 3rd overall. If you would please put your hands together for all 3 of them.
Show champion goes to Clayton Barch with GO. Reserve also goes to Clayton Barch, JLF Queen Lexus 4104. And 3rd overall is Aspen Hamilton with Miss Ego 70M. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, Sage.
She didn't whoop when whoever said Texas A&M. She forgot. Give that ring back.
I about gave it back the other day, my bad.
Oh, wow. Your football team will get better.
Ready to go? I'm ready. I got my 3 bulls back there ready to go.
Seasoned veteran.
New York with our
Your champion junior bull calf goes to Peyton Teton with GC Uptown Z06 Simba. Congratulations.
Backwards? Maybe one of the most consistent sets of cattle that we've come in the ring here today in the Angus show. Both of these bulls are very, very good, yet they're very subtle in their differences, but they are different. Young lady's bull to my right that's going to win the class, I think offers us just a bit more body. He's softer through the center portion of his rib. You get in behind him, he's got a tad more shape up high, more turn and arch away from his spine compared to the bull that's right behind him. But I think one that really balances well. Big rib, got some muscle, he's flexible, he can get out and go. He's just a bit bolder when you get in behind him as well. The bull that comes in second, I really like this bull in terms of just well balanced, the way that he's made. He's trim about his sheath, he's nice and tight about his chest floor. He's got an added bit of length and rib compared to the bull that's right above him. But at the same time, he's got the added length, but he doesn't have the power to get past our class winner. I also really appreciate how this bull can run uphill without being too straight shouldered. He's got good angulation to his shoulder. He's sound. He's functional. He's good on the go. He just doesn't have that mass and power to get around our class winner. Two real good ones in here. Let's give both these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
And your champion yearling bull goes to Hadley Cooper with Willwood Ego 4135. And reserve yearling bull goes to Peyton Teton GCY03 TaylorMade. Now we bring the calf back out for our champion drive of the bull show. champion Angus bull is Hadley Cooper with Willwood Ego 4135 and reserve Peyton Teton with GCY03 TaylorMade. Congratulations, ladies. And to round out our Open Angus show today, we've got a steer show, one class of 5 steers. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce and also thank our judge again, Mr. Dan Fawcett. He owns and operates Fawcett's Elm Creek Ranch in central South Dakota. They've got an annual female sale in October and a bull sale in February, selling Hereford and Angus genetics. His wife Kyla and 2 kids are active in the 4-H and Junior Hereford associations. Thanks, Dan, for coming out.
interesting lineup of Angus steers here to kind of wrap things up until we get into Supreme a bit later. But I think we've got a steer that initially, when he came out and entered the gate, I think one that caught your attention just in terms of his profile and balance. Steer that just he kind of separates himself away from the pack in terms of the way that he's put together, the angle of his shoulder, how straight and level his top line is, and then you put your hands on him. He handles with a big eye. He's weighing mid-14s. I think he's fairly ideal compared to our group here, kind of being in the middle range of our weight out here spread. But I think in terms of just raw meat and muscle, this is one that's going to he can get out and go fairly well. We got a big step one here, and this young lady's been bringing good cattle all day, and I really like just in terms of his overall shape and dimension. You get in behind him, he's a bigger top steer. He's got more muscle shape and expression out of his hip into his hind quarter. But when you study him standing here, his top line isn't quite as straight and level. He gets a little bit lazy about the center portion of his back, doesn't handle himself quite as well on the move, but I sure like the raw muscle, the raw power that one has there in second. Next, we got our heavyweight coming around in 3 and weighing up close to 1,600 pounds. And last I checked, they're taking him on the commercial trade up 1,700. So I don't think we're too big yet. Corn is cheap. They say keep feeding them. But I like this one in terms of his length of body compared to the rest of the class. He definitely excels in growth and performance. His length of side, I'm not going to try to tell you he's stouter or heavier muscled than the steers that are behind him, because I don't think he is, but I think he'll hang a carcass that would surprise you after you get your hands on him. We got one coming next that's bold and shapy. He's got an ample amount of muscle shape in his hind quarter, and at that same time, he gets a bit more restricted in his movement. I'd sure like to see this one give us a bit more growth for where he's at in his finish. Young lady steer that rounds out the class, another high-quality one here as well, but just doesn't get out and go quite as good for me. I'd like to see this one weigh in more with a larger frame. I'd just like to give him a bit more growth and performance to move any higher in this class. Let's give all those exhibitors a nice round of applause.
And your champion Angus steer goes to Caleb Lindholm. Reserve goes to Peyton Teton. Congratulations, guys, and that wraps up our Angus show. It starts the 1 hour clock till our Supreme 1 hour, and we'll get that in the ring.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good Angus show, sir.
Thank you.
Great show.
Appreciate it, man.
They got someone for the Supreme, right? Nick, probably?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody will do it, I'm sure.
It's not me, I hope. I think everyone's tired of it.
No. You did excellent. Head now.
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Dad was asking about dessert, and I told him it ended up in my camper. That's fine.
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
Here in our bull drive, we've got 4 divisions represented. Out of the AOB Continental Division, we've got Casper Creek Yaks. Out of the AOB English Division, we've got Marilee Michaels. The Hereford Division, Sage Ward. And the Angus Division, Hadley Cooper.
I believe this is our last event for the day here in their open show. We get to select your Supremes on both your heifers and bulls, and you know it's been nice and warm today for not only the livestock but for the people out here trying to get work done. And it's been refreshing to come here to Wyoming and cow country and see some high quality animals. Numbers weren't the most. We've been to bigger shows, but quality sure runs deep here. The hospitality's been very welcoming under the tent at the head table, and ring staff has been great as well throughout the day. It's just been a great pleasure to be here. I wish we could have come during a little bit cooler weather, but that's what we got to work with. But it's a great time to be in the beef industry, and I mean we're all trying to take advantage of the high prices, and we're hoping we can hang on and survive that correction when it comes. I know we background about 2,500 head at home, and so we're getting geared up to start buying feeder cattle this fall. And yeah, there's a lot of risk on the line, but I've been reassured a couple times even today. Things are good. Cattle are in demand. Numbers are low. So I think we just need to keep striving to produce the top quality as we can, and keep being good people to each other. One thing about, we are in the open shows. I think about everyone exhibited for me today has been a junior of some kind. And, we talk about how much work this does for these kids, the time they put in and how it propels them against their contemporaries later in life. But to me, it's more than that when we start to talk about juniors, because with my kids who are 14, 15, and 13 now, their people were here at the show. They might not have been the most popular, the most athletic at school, might not had the most amount of friends, but when they came to a stock show, they knew they were going to find their people and people were going to welcome them. So we need to keep that in the back of our head. Not only does it drive them to be more successful, harder working people compared to their contemporaries, but we need them here to find their home and their people. With that being said, thank you everyone. It's been a great day and a pleasure for me here. Thank you all.
Your Supreme Champion Bull at the 2025 Wyoming State Fair goes to Sage Ward. Congratulations, guys.
Sometimes your dreams just can't wait any longer. You need your home to open new doors, your money to work harder. You need a new kind of freedom, or the chance to help a loved one leave the nest. At First Interstate Bank, we understand the importance of these dreams, and we can help you realize them. First Interstate Bank, built for you.